Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show. I'm Mal, your host for this evening. Hope everyone's keeping fine out there and you're still enjoying your weather that's going on elsewhere. Well, elsewhere, I'm enjoying it at the moment, but not for work because I didn't get out and about today, so I just recorded the show. And, well, let's just hope everyone is enjoying their break from the Premier League football. Premier League football, look at the prices, look at the cost of transfers and all that now. This is getting beyond a joke. Hundreds of thousands of millions of pounds getting spent on players wanting to go to, well, not even worth mentioning, because at the end of the day, I just think it's far too much. Is it destroying Premier League football? Is it? Will it? What's going to bring it next year, because players only go there for the money? Where's the Champions League there? And all these players always turn around and go, I've got to move, I need Champions League football. Well, food for thought on that one. Anyway, teams, yeah, it could be a lot weaker, the Premier League, by next year, we're not too sure. If all this millions and billions of pounds come in. And also, it coincides, doesn't it, with our grassroots football teams? Yes, it does. So whatever you've been out today, I hope you've enjoyed your league. I hope there was loads of REFspect on and off the field of play, because that beats disrespect. We don't want that whatsoever. And it's easy, you know, because when we were doing that tournament and we had nearly 80 teams and nearly 5,000 people over the 3 days, massive. Absolutely applaud everyone who turned up on the day, everyone who enjoyed themselves, even, well, you name it, the referees are even turning around and still sending comments saying it's the best tournament that they've ever been involved in. We had lovely weather, a little bit of rainy sometimes, like we did yesterday. It was amazing that. Honest to God, it must have been about 80 degrees, and I'm walking around in the shower and started then raining, and I couldn't believe it, like tropical weather, you know. It rains there, doesn't it, in the tropics. So yeah, I enjoyed it, cooled me down a little bit. I was talking to Sophie, who was back onto refereeing then after helping coaching the team with me. But let's get it all in perspective. We need our referees within the game, so as we say, respect is more important than disrespect. So whenever you're out and about, please make sure that you encourage the referees as well. Just let the kids play, and you can't go wrong. Teams can't go wrong, everyone can go home happy, and you've got more games the following week. You know, the start of the season, just the start of the season, amazing football. That's what I'm watching, and I'm loving it, and I just think it's great to see the kids smiling, playing football, and managers and coaches also. But good to be a dampener on this side, you know. And people are asking me, how come this is being brought up? It's because a lot of people have been talking to me saying they're absolutely, well, they're not struggling, but they've got a lot of parents who are struggling because of the cost of living, the price rises, the increases in football hubs. The money is just scandalous at the moment, so we're doing a campaign to try and bring grassroots football at a better cost, aren't we? Even if it's free. Can we get it free? And I know people are saying, you've got to pay for something. Why do you want to say that in the first place? If you can get kids free football, why would you want to say that? This is what we're trying, it might say it'll never happen. Well, come on. We need this government to do something about it, and we'll definitely get the Labour government on board with us. I'll show you on that one. It was great to meet up, as I say, on Friday with MPs who were on board with me, and obviously agreeing with everything that we're doing. They want to bring costs and prices down, and they're going to try and get us more funding for our CIC, Don't Cross the Line CIC, because we're a not-for-profit voluntary organisation. Yes, look around, this is what we bring, and you saw on Friday evening the young commentators were bringing them together as well. And you know what, the improvements out of them, and good luck to Dan. Hope his games went fantastically well. It was his first 3 games under 8s that he was playing or refereeing, officiating in today, and he wanted to wear the new t-shirt, Don't Cross the Line. He said, is it alright? And it certainly is, because it gives a message to the parents, to the spectators, and also to the coaches and the kids on the field of play. Don't mess with me, I'm involved with Mallet, don't cross the line. Anyway, as soon as I get the feedback, no doubt I'll let you know next week, or if Dan's coming along with us, he will let you know himself. But he's going to have a lot of money in his pocket, because he's got the competence, and if you saw him on Friday, he really was competent. asked me a few questions when we were off air. But honestly, I think he's got everything. There'll probably be one or two sticky patches coming along, but he'll get over them because he's confident in here. And I can't get over it. In 4 or 5 years he's been with me, and because of all the work that we're doing for referees, he wanted to become a referee. Jay and Oliver, they're still like that now, but they're starting to think money. And we all know Oliver, he has this coin collection. Be nothing worse now than putting that down and just saying, I want a £20 no collection please, I'm going into refereeing. Oliver, will you? Let's see what happens. Anyway, good luck to the young commentators. It's been great. They were superb on the Friday. They've enjoyed the break and they're right back with us. And do you know what? On the Friday I forgot all their goodies, and lucky enough I had 3 bottles of water. I did without. They all got a bottle of water and enjoyed themselves. Anyway, this is what we're talking about. Funding. If we get funding, it goes into the likes of our voluntary organisations. And you know, I do a lot of work for voluntary, and I've done it for 40 years. And I want to do even more, and why we're doing this, to ensure that games can go ahead in future weeks to come. And if we can bring league costs down, affiliation fees down, you name it, if we can bring it all down, we'll have kids forever playing football and they'll all enjoy their sport and activities. But if we don't now act now, before it's too late, a lot of these people are just going to walk away from grassroots football. That includes your coaches, your managers, and many spectators and parents. And the simple reason is they're not turning up because their grandson, their brother, their sister, their son, their daughter are not playing football. So they've got nothing to watch. And we really, really don't want these kids back on the street corners. You know, this is why our coaches and our managers are so important. We need to look after them. You saw that post yesterday with the pitches, with the tons of grass. Those kids couldn't play. I was talking to kids as well, I was talking to managers, and they were fuming. They were absolutely livid as to what those kids had to play on. A lot were talking about health and safety. Why did those games go ahead? It could have happened that one of the kids went over. You know, I was watching a few of the games, and I was watching the control. There was no control off the kids. They couldn't control because the grass was taking the ball off their feet. It was like hitting a mound, and a big mound of grass like that. There's the ball, over you go. You can't play football, and prevented 1 or 2 goals going in as well. It would have been nice flat pitches, secure pitches, lovely greenery. There'd have been goals galore going in, and you could see it would prevent them. Maybe it brought the scores down on many of the games. Maybe it was a benefit to all the managers. I was talking to a lot of managers, and their comments, it was atrocious. Simple as that. This day and age, and you're looking at kids playing on pitches like that, grass pitches. What are we trying to do? Do away with them? The council not bothered, so they can put more hubs on there and more 3G pitches so they can raise more money. Because grassroots football is mega rich, with people charging money out of them. Mega rich, these people, these businesses, these coaching schools. Yeah, if you can get it, good luck to you, well done. But at the end of the day, come on, I want to take this admin and financial cost away from grassroots football, or make it a little bit easier in the future if we can. And to have MPs on board and want to take it to the House of Parliament to ask the question, why is grassroots football so dear? Why aren't our Premier League clubs putting their hands in their pockets and helping out organisations like ours, Don't Cross the Line, to make a difference within the community? We've done it, we've brought people together, we've secured our referees within the grassroots game itself, we've brought them together, we're bringing managers, teams together, players together. This is what it's all about. Committees, hopefully we bring them together, but you know, this is the way it was when I was involved in the Anfield Junior League, and you'd ask committee members who were involved with. We know that leagues have that much money, or many of them do have, but if you really look into it, this is why leagues should adhere to it really, because when you sign teams on within a league, they become your members. So those people are basically that league. So all the teams, that is the league. That's their money. Everything you collect in is all theirs. They have to say on a lot of things. They need to be brought in to have a say. Maybe if the team's been expelled, they bring them in, and they bring in a meeting to discuss why they should expel them. Also, funding tons and tons of money in there, what you had to do, or what we used to do, because it states in the FA handbook, is a league should only have a certain amount percentage in their coffers. Yes, all the league money should be spent on teams or on equipment, everything to do with what's happening within that league, and all the teams should really benefit out of it, because if those teams do leave the following year, they've got nothing out of a season that they put the money into. And then you carry a couple of £100, maybe a little bit more for the following season, because you know the money is coming in for teams, and that's the way leagues should be run. It's great that some leagues are putting it in, fines in to charitable organisations, but charitable organisations do begin at home as well. And I think every team, every manager, every child have all done something, donated, brought in tins of food to go to the likes of food banks. They're doing their very, very best indeed, but these fines that have come out, a manager has to pay them. Where's the incentive for managers, coaches from all leagues? What do we give the managers and coaches back? You could say what the coaches and managers give back to the league, but respect goes both ways, and we say that about referees. So respect each other and look what rewards will bring. We need to make sure that we keep our teams within the league, because if there was no teams, there'd be no committees, there'd be no leagues, there'd be no referees. They're so important, and we need to make sure that our coaches and our managers are really looked after when it comes to grassroots football. They're so important. We can't chase them away from the game either. So all these admin responsibilities, which you see on a whole game system, I for one am fed up with it. I really am, because as I said yesterday's show, I'm probably that close now to walking away from managing the kids, and I don't want to, but with all this admin, I've got things to do. I'll do these shows, I'll go on, and I've got loads and loads of emails to what I'm working on, other ideas. I don't want to be sitting there after a game of football on a Saturday or Sunday morning, getting the teams ready because you had training midweek, and then come home and then get the laptop out or the app out, and you're putting in all your scores, all your details about referees, because that's what they're asking for. What was your touchline like? Similar to the cards that we've got that were given out to all the referees, where they're marking all the parents. Well, all these managers are marking still referees, and if you went onto this system and you looked, I think the referees would be upset as to the way they could get marked on. But I tell you what, honestly, I'll just put a simple thing, because I haven't got all day to sit there and fill in all these admin forms. Our day was absolutely fantastic. Whatever happened to the all match cards, where you all did that, you had your little photo sheets, you all showed each other, you all had them, carried them up, and it still goes on today. And then you went out to play a game of football and you come back in, and it was either you put the score in or the referee. Referees don't mind putting the scores in. That's all it's about. You know, not half time, full time, what score was this, who played the game, who was sub, who wasn't. It's getting beyond a joke, and it's a lot of people in the hierarchy who are sitting there reaping the rewards. And look what I've done, and look how many volunteers I can have. And is it slave labour? Is that coming back? Because it's killing me doing someone else's work. It really is. You're not doing it for your team, you're doing it for the governing bodies, because teams come thick and fast, and you can train them, play the game with them, encourage them, develop them. You don't need tons of admin to make a good footballer. You really, really don't. You just need that child, the ball, the parents to bring them, and away you come. That's all it is, and we can coach them happily ever after. But all the admin that's coming with one player to volunteers is getting beyond a joke. It really is. I'd love your thoughts, and I'd give us your thoughts now at don'txtheline.com. If you've got 60 odd teams like some clubs have, and you've got one admin person putting all that in, and then the whole game system crashes or breaks down, which it does quite often, how long is it taking them to put all this in? Surely you don't need that. Imagine just having 60 cards rather than 60 odd teams, and just go, there you go, give that to your coach, fill that in. Or is every individual coach doing all the admin? But you've got to keep a check on that as well if you're a big club. So my honest opinion is do we really need all the admin to go along with finances as well? And what I mean by that, coach, manager has to bring all the finances in, secretary have to keep all the club intact, making sure that they're paying their sponsorship, paying their funding money, and they're trying to raise funds to go to, I don't know, tournaments or football tournaments abroad. But will they be able to do that? You know, yeah, there are many rich clubs who can do that. All the parents go away and do it with them. But you can understand where I'm coming from. We need to support the kids of today because it's our future of today as well. And we need them backed. We need them playing sport and activities. We need the likes of Liverpool and Everton coming on board with Don't Cross the Line, making a difference with us. We need the likes of the Premier League, the FA. Look at the fine we talked about yesterday. Van Dijk, £100,000 out of his wages. And it's not a sniff, is it? You don't see them go, oh my God, a lot of money. I lose £5 out of my wallet or out of my pocket. Dear me, there's mayhem for the week. I'm wondering where I put that fiver, because we all need that. And look at that, 100,000, yeah, that's it. Not a problem, don't worry about it. Just give us a bonus. If we score a goal next week, I'll get it back on my bonus. Anyway, this is what it's about. Grassroots football, this is what Don't Cross the Line is all about. Supporting our referees with REFspect on and off the field of play. Whatever you were today, I hope that's what you did. Please email me or also add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. I'd love to know how your team got on, what the touch lines were like, the opposition, what were they like. Scores, you don't have to get the scores because the scores on the doors are not allowed, are they, with the FA on the small-sided side of things. But we just need to know how your team got on and what you think about the subject, the hot topic that we're bringing up about funding, not funding, about the cost of grassroots football. What is costing you a fortune at the moment? And are your parents missing subs? And you're thinking, how do I ask them? I'll put it in myself, because I know there's still plenty of coaches and managers out there who will do just that to help the kids in grassroots football. That used to be my, honest God, many years ago, when I was running the teams, that did happen. And I still talk to one or two of the kids who play for me. They've got their own families now. But I'm tired here. I said, this is all the work the admin's bringing to me, honestly. Go home, you've got to make sure it's all done again. And I even had to book Sophie on a safeguarding as a coach there today, and she'd done it all 2 days ago, and it would not allow me to load it all up. And how many times do you think I've been on the whole game system website to try and put one person on as a coach? It's finally done it today, so rest assured that's out the way until tomorrow probably, when something else crops up and more admin comes through. Add this and put this in as well for me, please. You've got to respect the time that coaches and managers are putting in to grassroots football, as well as the referees with REFspect. We need to make sure that wherever we are, we all look after each other and make this game a lot easier, please. Let's bring the cost down, let's bring the admin duties down, let's just not do it, let's bring the cards up and let's just pass them in with the plain old score, because we've got enough committee members sitting on the committee, haven't we? Okay, there we go, we're coming towards the end of our show. It's been great having you once again for this weekend. We do hope that you get in touch with us and let us know all your thoughts about what we're trying to achieve within grassroots football. If we can bring the cost down, we will, and we need your support to do that. So please add your support, turn around and say to Mal, I think it's brilliant what you're trying to do. Let's hope we can do that, and I'm sure this city will make a really good go of it and bring the cost down for kids so they can enjoy their football, continued football, week in, week out, day in, day out. That's what it's all about. Kids enjoying themselves, referees turning up to the games and not getting chased away from them. What more could you ask for? This is the Grassroots Show signing off from myself, Mal Lee and all the team here at the Grassroots Show. Don't Cross the Line, REFspect programme, Heart of Gold initiatives, No Ref, No Game, and our new one, let's bring the cost of grassroots football down. We'll see you on Friday night with young commentators, hopefully. Myself, Mal Lee, all the team here. Have a great evening. Good night, God bless.